Hi guys, so Karen goes ballistic when the ex-husband isn't ordered to pay enough child support. Let's get it.
Day.
That's bullshit. You guys shake his hand and tell him congratulations.
Now, the case is done. We don't hear anything else from you.
Fuck you. Bye.
Now, hold on, ma'am. The court is going to hold Miss Bridges in contempt of court based upon the last outburst and the last vulgarity. Miss Wills, do you have Miss Bridges' phone number? Can you contact her and get her back?
Yes. Let me just go ahead. If you allow me, would you like me to go off record while I call her right now to get her back on the Zoom?
No, go ahead. We'll just hold on and put her on.
Okay. Hi, Miss Bridges. This is your enforcement officer. Judge Kirkham was wondering if you could please log back on to Zoom to speak with him. If you could please log back on, Judge was requesting that. Okay, just log right back onto the Zoom room. She hung up on me, so I'm unsure if she will log back in or not.
Let me see.
So let's actually get the backstory a little bit.
I already know why.
Were you employed?
The 144.
Were you employed?
No.
Lie.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Miss Bridges, was I unclear about not speaking or interrupting? Ma'am?
So what? Y'all can shake a piece of hand and say congratulations.
Hey, ma'am, if you go off like that, you can be held in contempt of court and go to jail. Do you want to do that?
Just proceed through the court hearing and shut up.
Ma'am?
Saying shut up to the judge is insane.
One more outburst or one more vulgarity and you will be going to jail. You understand?
Good luck.
What, ma'am?
I said good luck. Finish court.
Go ahead, Mr. Sackrider.
How are you supporting yourself prior to February 16th of 2023?
Odds and end jobs. Like I said, I've been unemployed. Just this and that, what I can get by.
All right. When was the last time you were employed?
Before fall.
Before fall of 2022?
Yes.
And what were you doing then?
I was working subcontracting to a construction company, and I was terminated.
Okay.
I had not had time to be placed on payroll before I was terminated.
Okay. And so you've been homeless since that time?
On and off, yes.
Where do you stay mostly?
I was staying with my parents, but because of the ongoing charges, I have a no contact order with them.
Okay. Do you struggle with substance abuse?
No.
You
I have in
struggle.
the past, but not currently.
Okay. What's your highest level education achieved?
10th.
Are you willing to pursue a GED?
Eventually, once I get things in order.
Okay. Were you employed?
No.
Lie.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Miss Bridges, was I unclear about?
I already know why his non-payment of child support is. Why he's had a job the whole time working for Larson's Construction, making $26 an hour underneath the table for months now.
Ma'am, this is your time to ask him. This is your time to ask him questions, not for you to give a statement at this point. So if you have any questions for him, ask those.
Okay, Derek, seeing you had money to buy alcohol, why were you not paying your child support?
I was terminated because you had contacted FOC before I had a chance to be placed on payroll, so I was terminated.
That's not my fault. You know you're supposed to pay child support. Pay your shit. Be a man. Instead of a bum drunk.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Sackrider? You're muted.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Court will make the following finding in this matter. In this case, Mr. Wagner has a minimal support obligation of $148.50 per month, including his arrearage repayment in this matter. That, in fact, over the last year, he has, as he stated, he's worked approximately 2.5 months during that time, making $200 per week. On each of those weeks, that he acknowledges that he simply failed to pay, and there's no excuse for not doing so. In addition to that, he did have odd jobs. He stated that he has been hindered somewhat because he has not had an ID or a birth certificate, etc., to acquire employment, but he has not stated any effort he's made to acquire that. Likewise with the GED, other than that he's had no money to do that. The court will find that he has had the present and the ability to pay, that he's failed or refused to pay, and therefore he is in contempt of court. Anything before sentencing, Mr. Sackrider?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. My client testified that he will be on probation upon his release in his other criminal matters, and he will be looking for employment to satisfy this obligation. We would ask that any jail sentence be 31 days or less, with credit for 7 days already served in this matter. We would request.
Y'all see what she just did with her fingers? This is women for you. This is somebody that this, for better or worse, to definitely for you. Listen, when women walk down the aisle and give vows, it means absolutely fuck all. The pastor or the magistrate of the court, when you walk down that aisle and you give vows to each other, it is through sickness and health, for richer or poor, till death do you part. Do you say I do? And you say I do. She says I do. He says I do. But I find it interesting that as soon as some arguments start to occur, the minds of women 80 to 90% of the time changes. Men's minds typically don't change. You can gain 500 pounds. He might cheat on you, but he ain't gonna leave you most of the time. I mean, the great majority of the time, he ain't. Especially if you have kids, he definitely ain't leaving. Definitely ain't. He will ride your ass to the ground, dog. He's like, well, oh well, this is my life. But do you see what she did with her fingers?
He will be looking for employment to satisfy this obligation. We would ask that any jail sentence be 31 days or less, with credit.
You see that? That's an evil woman right there. She's belligerent. She's rude. She's been rude to the judge, rude to the lawyer, rude to everybody in court. So, how do you think she dealt with this guy the whole time? This guy obviously has had a hard time in life, but she said, I do. He's never really held a full time job. But she said, I do. She picked him, and she said, I do. This guy right here is in jail because obviously he fell behind on child support payments. And what is she doing? She's asking the judge to give him even more jail time. Question: how is he supposed to pay if he's in jail? It's not about the child support at this point. It's about her complete hate, and disdain for this man. She wants to see him suffer. She wants to see this dude suffer. Sorry, guys, I got a little eye infection. She wants to see this guy suffer. I keep telling you guys, pick your wives very carefully. Look at what she's doing in front of the judge. It's just amazing, man.
For 7 days already served in this matter. We would request a purge amount in the.
And another thing, this is obviously a court order lawyer. What do they call those? Pro bono lawyers, or those? Y'all know. This dude's not prepared. He just probably just got his law license. If he had real money, like, he wouldn't be talking like this. So get you a real lawyer. This ain't a real lawyer.
The amount of $400. Thank you, Your Honor.
I already know why his non-payment of child support is. Why he's had a job the whole time.
Cam, you're free to go. Have a good day.
That's bullshit. You guys shake his hand and tell him congratulations.
Ma'am, the case is done. We don't hear anything else from you.
Bye.
Hold on, ma'am. The court.
And she's going to go to jail because he was not ordered to increase. He didn't increase the.
I already know why his non-payment of child support is. Why he's had a job the whole time working for Larson's Construction, making $26 an hour underneath the table for months now.
Okay, ma'am, this is your time to ask him. This is your time to ask him questions, not for you to give a statement at this point. So if you have any questions for him, ask those.
Okay, Derek, seeing you had money to buy alcohol, why were you not paying your child support?
I was terminated because you had contacted FOC before I had a chance to be placed on payroll, so I was terminated.
That's not my fault. You know you're supposed to pay child support. Pay your shit. Be a man. Instead of a bum drunk.
It's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So he loses his job. How is he supposed to pay child support that you clearly need? So you snitch on him, he loses his job. Now everybody loses. So he's going to get out of jail pretty soon, much shorter than 31 days, or whatever it looks like.
Were you employed?
No.
I already know why his non-payment of child support is. Why he's had.
He will be on probation upon his release and his other criminal matters, and he will be looking for employment to satisfy this obligation. We would ask that any jail sentence be.
Cam, you're free to go. Have a good day.
He's going to get out earlier than 31 days. Basically, the judge gave this dude a break, much to the dismay of his ex-wife. I mean, look at this chick, man. Just look at the way she behaves. Look at this.
That's bullshit. You guys shake his hand and tell him congratulations.
Ma'am.
This is who somebody laid down with and called wife. I blame a lot of you men, man. Like, this is how desperate you guys are. God said, find a wife. This ain't a wife. This is just a female. This right here. I mean, come on, dog. Look at this face, dog. Come on. This ain't a wife. This is just a female species, dog. You don't mate with female species. You mate with ladies. You don't even mate with women. You don't mate with females. You mate with ladies. This right here is not even a. She's not a woman. She's not. Fuck no lady. She's not even a female. She's a female species. This right here. Look at this shit. This right here is a bad situation. That's all this is. This is a bad situation. That is all this shit is. A bad situation. Any man, oh my god, this dude had a fucking child with this. A fuck? What the fuck? You shitting me? Guys, let me know what you think. But before we do, let's read some of these comments. Why do people think they can mess around with judges? I have no idea. Just you said court dismissed. She isn't wearing nice, and she smoked front of the judge. She is money hungry. Yeah, to say the least.
I already know.
He's entitled to pay child, but he's in jail. Talk about the land of the free. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? You want this man clearly. Yeah, you want this man clearly to pay you child support because clearly you need the money. Because this right here is come on, look at this shit, man. Look. He clearly needs the money, but he can't give you the money if he's in jail. Which is so she's confused. She doesn't know if to keep him in jail or for him to pay the child support. But she would rather have him in jail just to see him suffer. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the subscription, right? And notification bell. We'll talk about divorce matters. Why? Because divorce matters. Guys, pick your wisely. This, come on, man.